Now, everything we've done on the review up to this point would have been on the part 1 no calculator piece. Now we're switching to the part 2 calculator piece. So these last few would be from the objectives where you can use your calculator after you turn in part 1 and you get part 2. So the first one is we need to be able to solve a right triangle given two things, find all the other angles and sides. So let's draw a picture. We've got a right triangle and alpha, we'll call this one alpha, so 34.6 degrees, so we know opposite alpha must be A then, and C is the side opposite the hypotenuse, so that's 9.4. And we want to find the other angles, so here's beta, that's the only other angle, and then here's the other side, B. So let's find beta first. That's the easiest. We know that those two acute angles in the triangle have to add up to 90 because then we have the other 90 to make our 180 degrees. So if we do 90 degrees minus 34.6 degrees, that will give us beta. And it looks like then when we subtract that, we get 55.4 degrees. Now let's go ahead and figure out A. So we know that if we did the sine of alpha, the angle opposite A, that's 36.4, that would equal opposite side A over hypotenuse 9.4. We can multiply both sides by 9.4 and then we can grab our calculator, and the first thing we do when we grab the calculator is we make sure we're in the right mode. We need to make sure we're in degrees, and if we're not in degrees we need to get it in degrees, and then we do 9.4 sine 34.6 and we get A to be approximately, we're going to round A to 2 decimal places, so it's going to be 5.34. Now let's go ahead and find B. We got a couple choices for B. We could do a Pythagorean theorem now that we know A and the hypotenuse, or we could use trig. Let's go ahead and use trig because maybe we calculated A wrong and so we would miss them both, but if we didn't use A in it, we could still get this one right. So looking at the trig function that connects 34.6 and B and 9.4, it's cosine. So cosine of 34.6 degrees equals adjacent, which is B, over hypotenuse, which is 9.4. Now we could multiply both sides by 9.4, and our calculator should be in degrees now, so we've got 9.4 cosine of 34.6, and it looks like that is to 2 decimal places 7.74.